chaotic, and it has changed my life. I'm a fan of his ever since. I love this collection. Thousands most legendary supermodels and more. The four queens of the runway. Fashion, New York Fashion Week is right around the corner. Librarian tonight, and that's because I came to read a bitch. Jaja's Atelier, bitch. Welcome back, guys. I told you bitches I'd be back in a few days. Listen, I am fully recovered from that nasty holiday flu. It took me a little while to get over that. I don't know what the fuck was going on. But I'm back. It's only been a couple of days, but we've had a lot of things going on, so let's just jump straight into it. The princess of all music, darling, Blue Ivy Carter, has made her official red carpet debut. If you didn't know, Blue Ivy is starring in the new Lion King movie, and she stepped out on the red carpet last night for its premiere, not without mom, dad, and grandma. Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Tina Knowles were all in attendance to support their baby girl. And listen, I thought she looked absolutely stunning. Now, Blue Ivy is only 12, but honey, if this is a sign of what's to come, I can't wait. I'm also actually really pleasantly surprised that Jay-Z and Beyonce are putting Blue Ivy out in the spotlight so heavy. It's something that I always remember them saying that they wouldn't really do. But I think Blue Ivy is getting older. She's coming into her own. She sees what her mother and her father have done, and she got inspired. She's got the bug. She wants to be in entertainment. This is something that she wants to do. And I couldn't be happier. I cannot believe she's already 12. Like, oh my God. She's wearing, her and Beyonce are both wearing Balmain. I think Tina is wearing Versace. The look, however, didn't come without some criticism online. Oh, she looks so old. Oh, that dress is inappropriate. What the hell is wrong with this dress? I see nothing wrong with this dress. I think she looks beautiful. I've heard that she loves to dibble and dabble in makeup. She most definitely did her makeup on her own tonight. I wasn't feeling the red lip. If we're gonna be fair and we're gonna talk red carpet, let's talk red carpet. Other than the red lips and the extra rouge, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I thought it fit her like a glove, and I thought she was fully covered. The only thing that you see is her shoulders. You don't even see any cleavage. Stop over-sexualizing these kids, please. This is a girl. Listen, Beyonce is her mother, for crying out loud. Do you know how many gowns Beyonce has worn in her career that are probably sitting in her closet, and Blue Ivy has always been in her mom's closet like, damn, I can't wait where I can wear one of these dresses. And aren't all the girls looking like this? Come on. Come on. Listen. Again, I think I'm pleasantly surprised that they're putting their oldest child out like this. I never thought I would see Beyonce and Jay-Z's daughter out and about like this. We've seen her on tour with her mom. We've also seen her at the Kardashian Christmas party. Clock that tea. We've seen her out and about now. She's getting older. She's a teenage girl. She wants to play in makeup. She wants all the glitterati and the foo-foo-la. And who wouldn't with a mom like Beyonce? Now listen. I'm going to address this Jay-Z. I'm going to address this Jay-Z, these Jay-Z allegations one time and one time only. I have not talked about the Diddy allegations. I really don't care at this point. And I'm going to tell y'all why I don't care. And when I say I don't care, I'm not saying that I don't care about the alleged victims. But 2024 has really been a revealing year. And for those of us, I'll say, born between 1988 and 1997, if you're paying close enough attention, it just seems like everything that we grew up on that entertained us as kids, whether it be TV or music, it's starting to seem like it was all a bunch of bullshit. And I'm going to be transparent here. It's kind of doing something to me, and it's really sad. Like, it's a lot of songs that come on my playlist when I'm just got it on shuffle, cleaning the house, and I'm like, And I'm really tired of that. I just want to enjoy my memories that I have of my childhood in peace. And Jay-Z is a big part of my childhood. Like, he's the number one rapper. Um Also, I see a lot of people already painting him with the guilty brush. It's one accusation, it's one civil lawsuit, and Beyonce nor their daughter Blue Ivy is involved in this lawsuit. So everybody just needs to calm down. Everybody needs to calm down. Listen, Jay-Z has more money than any of us will see in our lifetime, which means he has the money to take care of this. And what I will say is, if he is found guilty, then he's found guilty. But until then, can we just give it a rest? Between Diddy, Nickelodeon, now Jay-Z, R. Kelly, I mean, what's next? What is next? Like, Jesus Christ. And not only that, a lot of y'all that are painting Jay-Z with the guilty brush are the same motherfuckers that went down there and voted for a felon who is now going to be in the White House. So miss me. Enjoy the music, enjoy the artistry, be inspired by the business mindedness of this man, and keep it fucking moving. And leave this girl alone. Next story. Also, I'm not talking about it anymore. I'm really not, unless something really, really damning comes out, and I mean, I might have to touch on it. If it's something like, you know, that tape with Diddy and Cassie in the hotel hallway, then, you know, we'll definitely talk about it for a little bit. But we don't have, all we have is pieces of paper. Jay-Z did come out and make a statement. Jay-Z, I do have to be honest with you. I don't think you should have came out and said anything. I think you should have let the lawyers handle it. And I mean, at this point, you know, and I take that back even, because how do you ignore it? It's like, he's damned if he do, he's damned if he don't. But in my personal opinion, with all that's going on with Diddy, and, you know, Diddy is somebody that's close to you, I just wouldn't have said anything. I would have let my lawyers do the talking. It's just a sad day. A sad situation that the world is in general. Just let people live, and let people handle their personal business. I think social media is a gift and a curse, because it's got us in celebrity business, in their lives, making assumptions way more than we ever did before. Like, Wendy Williams ain't got shit on the internet. Like, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Again, if he did do what they said he did, well, justice will be served. If not, it's a whole lot of people that owe him an apology, and his family. Anyway, on to happier news. So, I really, really liked this story. Let me pull it up. You know I'm on the tabby. So, I just saw it. Where is it? Okay, here it is. So, another huge moment that happened this week was the reopening of the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. Now, if you didn't remember, back in April of 2019, the historic monument of a church, I think that was built back in the 1100s, I think, caught on fire. The roof of the building caught on fire. I have a picture of it right here. And it was really, really bad. Like, really bad. I remember waking up that morning and seeing it on the news, and a lot of people were saying that the church probably wouldn't be anymore. So I'm glad to see it reopen. And in celebration of its reopening, Pharrell performed on the cathedral steps with a full choir. He performed his song Happy. And I have to say, I love seeing us in spaces that we were never supposed to be in. I love that as black people. I love that. And he has carved such a niche for himself in fashion, in music, in business, and he's done it without any scandal. I hope he continues to do it with no scandal. The way things are looking lately, everybody getting hemped up. But yeah, so huge congratulations to my lisp is really terrible. Huge congratulations to Pharrell on this. I really enjoyed that performance. So listen, color management firm Pantone has announced, every year they come out with the color of the year, and this year the color of the year just so happens to be Mocha Muse, the same color as me. Now, when they come out with this, the fashion world goes absolutely crazy, and then everybody and their mama is wearing this color. Well, just call me, Jaja Antonelli, the fashion future mama, because I recently wore a dress this color not too long ago. I actually found it at a Goodwill, and it was a little too small for me, so um, I had to do my seamstress magic on it. But I went out in it, and everybody was like, "Damn, bitch, you look naked." And I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't even thinking about the color per se. I was thinking about how sexy and alluring it would look against my body. It's the same color as my skin. And I was really inspired after watching Sex in the City and Carrie Bradshaw, aka Sarah Jessica Parker, wearing that naked dress that she wore on that side of the bus on Sex in the City. So yeah, we're gonna see everybody wearing this color. This is a really basic color though. You know? I don't know. This color it's been around for years, but we'll see. Everybody in fashion is gonna be wearing this color. You listen, next fashion week is coming up in a few months in February, and I'm sure we're gonna be seeing Mocha Muse all over the runways, honey. You mark my words. Anyway, speaking of the fashion world, honey, Dries Vanatten has announced a new creative director. Now, I just did the last episode a couple of days ago, and we were talking about Chanel still looking for a creative director. And I made the point to say, why do they have to find a big name creative director who's worked with everybody? Why can't you just find somebody in house? Fast forward to today, Dries Vanatten announces its newest creative director, Julian Klausner. Since 2018, Klausner has been designing women's wear alongside the founder himself, Dries Vanatten, which indicates that he will keep the spirit of Dries Vanatten. Now, if you're not familiar with Dries Vanatten has been in the fashion game with his own brand for many, 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 many years. There has never been another creative director, and he just recently retired this year. This past Paris Fashion Week was his last show as the creative director, and Dries was like, "Honey, I've done it, I've seen it, and me and my husband are ready to ride off into the sunset and have croissants on the French Riviera." So that's what they're going to do. I really appreciate the fact that they reached in-house. I really, and it made me think, it made me have an even deeper thought about Chanel as, just thinking like, I wonder how the people that work for Chanel that design the collections, and substitute for a creative director, I wonder how they must feel. Like, you're bringing in all these other names, but there's talent right here. Like, why are none of those people good enough? Because y'all have Virginie Viard. Well, maybe that's why. Virginie Viard worked for Chanel for many years under Karl Lagerfeld, even following him to Chloe and then back to Chanel. And she was in-house and it didn't really work that well. So maybe that's why. I didn't even think of that. Wow. Well, anyway, huge congratulations to Julian Klausner. I can't wait to see what you come up with. And don't be afraid to put your own spin on things. I'm really excited to see what the in-house can do over at Dries Vernaten. All right. So, today is going to be a short show. I really thought I was going to go in about that Jay-Z story. But you know what, guys? I just don't care anymore. I just want to enjoy the art for what it is. When it comes to S.A. and grape, because, you know, I'm trying to get monetized, so there's certain words I can't say anymore. Might get flagged on YouTube. I just don't want to go into it. I just don't want to. I don't know Jay-Z. I don't know P. Diddy. Now, we've been hearing things about these men for years. I've heard things about Quincy Jones. I've heard things about everybody in the industry. Doesn't mean it's true. And I'm just exhausted with it all. I just want to enjoy the art. You know what I mean? Anyway. So listen, one of my new favorite girls now, Sha'Carri Richardson. Ooh, excuse me. I had a little pineapple and chicken wing combo before the show. I don't think that was a good idea. Y'all know I love me a good buffalo wing. My new favorite girl, gold medalist, Sha'Carri Richardson, is on the February cover of Essence magazine, looking absolutely divine, honey. Divine. Let me tell you something. I really, really, really was rooting for Sha'Carri. She had a rough entry into the game. You know, her entrance into fame did not come without a little bit of controversy. But let me tell you something. She took some time off. She revamped her image. She's got the Nike deal. She's winning gold medals. She's a cover girl, darling. I am so proud of her. She is styled by Becky Akinyati and photographed by Emmanuel Sanchez Monsalve. I love the looks. Now, I tried and looked everywhere on everybody involved's Instagram page to see who she was wearing. Essence, y'all got to do better with that. We want to know who the girls are wearing, darling. We need to know who the girls are wearing. Tonight, I'm wearing vintage Sag Harbor. You see how easy that was? Sag Harbor. It is Sag Harbor, though, for real. Listen, I always thought of Sag Harbor as like I'm not going to say an old lady brand, but a very matronly brand. But they have some cute pieces if you know how to work it, honey. Okay? I loved the cover. But my favorite look, I have two favorites. This red look, I don't know who the designer is, but this red look right here, the strength in her legs. I like that they didn't try to cover up the tattoos. She's just who she is. She's not going to change for anybody. Take me as I am. And I also loved this look. It was definitely giving Sharon Stone, Basic Instinct. I love the hair pull back. I love that she's like tone down the makeup a little bit, tone down the hair a little bit. She's really coming into her own as a superstar athlete. So I want to send a huge shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson. Listen, we got to give the young, gifted, and black their flowers. It motivates people. You know what I'm saying? We got to give them their flowers for doing good and not for popping up in and out of Zeus Network. Okay? So, huge congratulations to her. So listen, what else can we talk about? Okay. To fill a little time in, I wasn't going to talk about this, but this story about the health insurance CEO getting bang banged in I'm trying to get monetized, y'all. Bear with me. Getting you know what it in New York is really growing legs. So they found they found a suspect. His name is Luigi Magliani, and he's actually really really fine. You know I love me an Italian man, honey. I like guns. He's really really fine. But some new information has arisen to the surface about him. He comes from a very well-to-do family. He graduated high school back in 2016. What do they call it? As valedictorian, thank you. And he graduated from college with a double master's. Leading weeks leading up to the incident, however, he became estranged from his family. And they say he had some kind of back problem. When I was watching The View this morning, they're saying that it's something mental, but I think this young man was trying to make a statement. I don't agree with how he made the statement. This man that you offed was a family man. He was a father. He was a husband. He was a son. And from what I have been reading about the man that is no longer with us, the healthcare CEO, he was one of the good ones. He was one of those that was trying to make a change for the better in healthcare in this country. I don't know what this young man was going through. I don't think anything was wrong with him mentally. I think he was fully aware of what he was doing. I mean, there's a whole manifesto and everything. But prayers out to the CEO's family. I can't think of his name right now, and I don't have it in my notes. But it was such a short episode today. I needed to talk about something else. But I'm gonna keep up with that story because I really want to know what that man, what the suspect was thinking when he did this. I'm really fascinated by this story. Why him out of everybody? There's also talks about the weapon that he used. It's the weapon that he used is called a Ghost GUN. And you can actually make these on a laser printer. You can actually order the kit online. And these GUNs have really become a problem because they don't come with a serial number. They're not traceable. Why Trump is over there talking about, the immigrants and they're eating the dogs and the trannies are hurting women in the bathrooms. When are you going to do something about these guns? Oh, that's right. I forgot. The people that manufacture them are lining his pockets. Of course. I don't have any Trump news today. Today was a short episode, guys. I'll be back in a few days, but before I go, we lost somebody very, very important to our community this week. Author, poet, and one of the wisest activists, Nikki Giovanni, has passed away. I'm a huge fan of her books. I'm a huge fan of her words. She was also a queer advocate to the bone. I wrote a little something on Instagram. I hope I have it. Let me pull up my Instagram here. I actually just posted it a few moments ago. Nikki Giovanni, if you didn't know, she came up with like James Baldwin and Toni Morrison and Nina Simone and those type of people. She really, really fought for the true freedom of Black people, not just freedom from slavery and freedom from racism, but freedom from the mental shackles around our brains. And such an iconic beyond being an icon, because that word is thrown around so much. She was a hero, one of my personal heroes. Um, I want to read what I wrote about her in seconds. I started with one of her quotes, which was, "If now isn't a good time for the truth, I don't see when we'll ever get to it." That was back in, I believe she said that back in the 70s. It is now 2024, and no truer words were ever spoken for the time we're presently in. I went on to say, a truth seeker with enough knowledge and creativity to feed and inspire minds for generations. A brave, no nonsense soul who stood her ground firmly in what she believed and took no shit. A woman dedicated to the true freedom of her people. Sister Giovanni, we thank you for the knowledge and creative nuance that you blessed us with. May you rest in peace. I would like to close out our show. Well, my show, because ain't nobody else here but me. And you. I have a friend here today. They don't want to be on camera. Um, I would like to close out today's show with her words. Where is it? Let's take a look here.
Other people put a lot of time and energy into me, and they deserve something too. And love means nothing unless we are willing to be responsible for those who love us, as well as those whom we love. People don't just love you out of the blue, you let them. And people have loved me when I needed to be loved. So as an adult, I must give some of that love back to those who want it, or it would have all have been for nothing. I think I'm no different from any other colored girl who has to grow up and make decisions and live by them. I think we are all capable of tremendous beauty once we decide we are beautiful, or of giving a lot of love once we understand love is possible, and of making the world over in that image if we choose to. I really like to think a black, beautiful, loving world is possible. I really do, I think.
May you rest in peace, Sister Giovanni, and thank you for all that you've given us. Anyway, guys, that's today's show. I will be back in a few days. Ciao.